welcome back to my channel. I did promise you guys I was going to start uploading more videos, so I decided to record 3 videos in one day to play catch up. So today's video is going to be some of my favorites for August. I just want to share them with you, and I can't say a little bit because I have so many things that I really use ongoing all the time. So I must say, I have to reveal those things, let you know what they are. So let me just start off by saying, thank you as always. Thank you for being patient with me. I only have 100 plus subscribers, and I love them to the bottom of my heart. And, I just really appreciate that people even take the time to make comments and, give me shout outs and stuff like that, and even share posts that I ask, for support on. So, as usual, I'm always rambling, but enough of that. Let me go right into some of my favorite products. Now, some of these products might be repeats from January because I did do a January favorites, but that's okay because that just shows you how much I love these particular products. So let's get into it, okay? First, it's definitely my favorite foundation, hands down. They did a whole new improvement on the line. They ranged out more with colors, so it's not only just, I think they actually went more towards the deeper end. So they actually have darker colors than they had before. And this is Makeup Forever's HD foundation. It's actually promised this time to give more of a better finish on camera. So that's the foundation that I'm using today. So it's supposed to be more photo ready. And I'll be honest with you, I've noticed a difference in my photos with the foundation. And I don't even use a lot because I don't really need a lot. So I try not to use a lot. The only thing about the packaging that has changed is that it has now a silver band versus the older one. Let's see if I can find that. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yes, so here's the older one. And let me just say that my normal color is 170, but this is my winter color. So it's a little lighter than my summer color. The size and bottle is pretty much the same. It's still the 30 milliliters. I did notice that the color down from this one, it's Y455. Now, if anybody knows Makeup Forever, they have this number system. I will never understand it, but that's not important. The important thing is that their product works, and that is great. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to keep this empty bottle so I know what color to always go back to. But I do know that my normal color is 170 for the winter. Alright, but that's my favorite foundation. Now, they come in many shades. This color is always talked about because it's the color that just became popular. But they come in topaz, which I keep pretty much every color in my kit. It comes in buff. It comes in camel. And it comes in neutral set, which I think is important because if you have your color on point and you don't want to mess that color up, you could just throw the neutral set on there. They even have the fair translucent, the fair one. So they have many of them. This is just the one that I travel with in my kit. I used to use the Nye personally, but I picked up on another favorite, which I'm going to bring up next. But I love the Nye powders because they definitely keep me matte all day. I do have it under my eye, but I don't have it anywhere else on my face because I still want it to have like a natural glow to my skin. So I don't have it anywhere else but there. But let me move on to the powder that I do use, and it's the Graftobian Professional Makeup Setting Powder. Now, this is called Banana Cream Pie. It doesn't come, I don't think it comes in any other size. I think this is the biggest size and the smallest. I believe I got this off of Amazon. I probably paid about 20 or under for it. I'm a Prime customer, so I didn't have to pay for shipping, and it's 2 days it shipped to me. I love this powder. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know about this particular powder, but since I found out about it, I've been using it. I can tell it's going to last me a long time because a little goes a long way. I will say that the grain is a lot more finer than the Nye powder. I noticed that putting it on today that it was a lot more fine milled. So it's a great product, but I love it. I love it, guys. And honestly, it's a great investment, and you get a lot for your money. So definitely go check that out. Okay, I'm gonna stick, I guess I'll just stick with the powders first. I know I started out with foundation, but that's the only foundation that I'm gonna list in my favorites for the month of August. It's my Purely Cosmetics setting powder. Now this powder I found out about from the makeup show when I went in 2012. I went to the New York makeup show, I don't recall the teacher, but it might be Santiago that mentioned that he used it. But I don't quote me on that. I don't want to say it was him necessarily. But the teachers there, a few of them did mention that this is very, very good. And I'll tell you the reason why I love it. It's a diamond perfect finish powder. What that basically means is it actually has very fine milled diamond clusters in it. Like, it's so fine milled, like you really can't even see it, but you do notice a small slight I want to say like a little iridescent shimmer to it. Not that it doesn't show up at all, but it's great for photos. It doesn't give any flashback, which is great. I know a lot of powders that I do use, I notice that if I go too cakey with it, that it will, but you can pretty much bake with this, as they say, and it works great. It lasts, I would say, because I had this for over a year. I don't use it all the time. It's like almost wearing like a Dior foundation. Like, you only use it when you go out. Okay? So let's move away from powders because I'm pretty much done there. And I'll make sure to list all these items below and where you can purchase it, or where at least I purchased it from. Okay? I'm going to move into my highlighters. Now, I went to San Francisco last month. Or, yeah, in June. And the Betty Lou powder. So it's a little darker than the other powder. But what I like to do is I actually still use both. I actually take the two and I mix them, and then I bring it across my, highlight my bow here. But I'm just going to give you a quick swatch. I don't even have to give you that much, but it's crazy. So you can see side by side, and so you can see how bright that is. So, when you start to get a little tan, stuff like that usually doesn't work if you're too bright. But if you look, this one has more of like a gold look to it. So if you kind of like take the two and mix them together, you kind of get the perfect, highlight. So let me tell you, thebalm.com, okay? So I love this stuff. But of course, prior to that, I was using my MAC Global Glow, which the manager at King of Prussia Mall suggested to me, because before that I was using, like everyone else, I was using Gentle Glow. I think that's the name of it. See, I done forgot the name. But she was like, no girl, you gotta try the Global Glow. The Global Glow? She was like, that, Soft and Gentle, there we go, has nothing on Global Glow. And I'm not gonna lie, she was right. So I've been using this one. I'll swipe it on this hand if you can see it. Lovely, lovely color. So, prior to that I was using that. But these still are my favorite. Hands down, my highlighters are right here. I'm going to move on to my favorite blush. And it is called BlushBaby. It's by MAC. I love it because it's a nice neutral pink. I tend to mix it with other blushes by MAC. I noticed that I mix it a lot with Copper Tone. The two of them together, I think, give me the perfect color. Can't say it works for everybody, but this is my favorite blush, hands down. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not big on blushes, so I'm not the type of person to have like a ton of colors and blushes. I'll be honest with you, I've tried, I've purchased them, but I realized that they just sit there, and I always resort back to BlushBaby or the Copper Tone. So pretty much those are my go-to blushes, okay? Oh, how could I forget? I should have mixed it in with the other highlighter. Okay, so when I travel, I don't travel with a lot of makeup. I don't, because I usually go to Sephora and I get a ton of samples, and basically I use the samples, on a trip. That way I don't have to travel with the makeup, worry about it breaking. It just works out the best for me. And then my husband doesn't get mad that I'm taking up extra time to pack and extra carry-on onto the plane. So I went into Sephora in San Francisco, and I don't know why I came up on this late, because I'm always in Makeup Forever, I'm always in MAC, and I was like, how the hell did I miss this one? And I never could open it. Never. It has to be. Okay. Look at this. Give it a moment, please. Sculpt to the Gods Duo Palette. Let me just swipe it. Let me not even. Let's put it here. Do you see that? Man, I wasn't even crazy about that. Because I have a lot of stuff that works. But when I got home, then I went to use it, and I was like, what the hell? That's what I have on today, by the way, for my contour. But I was like, what the hell? This is, what? You know, and then I almost did not want to like admit that I fell in love with it because I was so in love with the Balm's highlighter, but Makeup Forever did it this time with this one. Like, woo, Lord, they revamped so much stuff in the store. You know, they pumped up on their lip colors, which I think is awesome. I haven't picked up any of those yet, but you know, I'm sure I will because I like to buy makeup, unlike anything else. But they, man, when I tell you they went out, they went all out. They really did. So let's just stop there because I don't, you know. For finishing sprays, I don't usually talk much about finishing sprays, but I realize I use them a lot, and I tend to stick to, you know, Max. I can't even think of the name right now. Why? And I can't even find it. But I tend to, I'm not going to list it as my favorites because it was in my January favorites. I think it's everyone's favorite. Everyone used their Fix spray. You know what? I'm going to list it below because I don't know. I just lost train of thought on everything. But I have to say that a lot of people sleep on Skindanavia. Skindanavia has a ton of setting sprays ranging from bridal to 10 years younger to their basic makeup finishing spray, and I have to say they did repackage it so it looks a little bit different. So I went and stocked up and ordered some more, but I keep this in my kit. I love it. I sprayed it on today. I think it sets very well. And lastly, well, I should say in last but not least, because I have a ton of favorites like I mentioned earlier, but I definitely had to save the best for last. Again, Makeup Forever Step 1. They sent me a, well, they basically sponsored my makeup show that I had a couple months ago. And they sent me pretty much the whole step 1, step 2, the whole kit. They sent me some eyeliners, you know, I got a few other things, some lipsticks and stuff like that. So I really want to, you know, shout them out for that. I really appreciate it. But they sent this bad boy, and as soon as I got it, I was like, oh, I'm putting all this stuff on my kit. I'll just use it on my clients. Well, girl, listen, let me tell you. One day I couldn't find my all over matte and my pore minimizer. I couldn't find it. So I was like, oh, so I went in my kit, of course, and I used this. Man, when I tell you, I've been putting it on my face ever since. All my videos, all my pictures, my face comes out like it's photoshopped. And you know, I know a lot of makeup artists nowadays, they Photoshop their pictures up, but most of the time when I post a picture, pretty much that's directly from my phone. That's how it comes out. And it's been smoothing out my skin like a baby's ass, excuse my French, but it's the bomb. So, you know, I don't know what the formula base is because that's all it says. There's no ingredients or anything like that on it. But you want to know something? Makeup Forever has been around for years, so if they don't ever post the ingredients on the back of an item, I don't care. But I think it's on the box packaging, but my stuff did not come in the box. So pretty much this is how it came, just in the tubes. But I love it. I'm going to make sure that I list everything below that I talked about in this video today. But I definitely want you guys to check out a lot of the stuff that I use today because, again, it's not sent to me for free to do any type of promotional marketing or anything like that. Everything is reviewed strictly from me, my personal opinions on everything. But these are the items I use on a day-to-day basis. I know a lot of times I get questions about, you know, what I use and what'll help, you know, my pores. The truth is that you just have to really take care of your skin. There are products that are going to work temporarily, but they're not going to work long term. So drink lots of water, you know, make sure your skin's hydrated, make sure you moisturize your skin, and pretty much everything will work out. You know, exfoliate, do all that stuff, daily face wash, try to keep your hands away from your face and stay away from the acid, stay away from the soda. You know, if you're not into drinking water, add your little lime or lemon to water, but pretty much that's it. I drink a ton of water all the time. I barely drink juice. So I'm going to let you guys go. But just remember, tune in all this week because I will have up at least 3 new videos for you guys. And I really hope you guys appreciate, you know, all that I do for you guys. I definitely appreciate all the love that you guys show me. So if you guys have any videos that you would like to see me do next, because I know pretty much a lot of my videos are dramatic, which puts me in the same dramatic range. But if there's any other particular looks that you guys want to see me create or recreate, please feel free to share it. So I love you guys all. I'll see you the next time. Toodles!